Guys, Mark back here with another Q&A video, and along with the Q&A, I've also decided to throw in a couple of your stupid comments. And on top of that, I'm also testing out this new Saramonic, what is it, SR-WM4C wireless lavalier microphone setup. Just real quick, I want to let everyone know that I did in fact receive this for free. I did not pay for it with my own money, but they asked me to review it, so I'm going to go ahead and just talk with it this entire video, and you guys let me know if you think it's good or not. Leave those comments down in the comment section down below. So let's get right on into the questions. So the first question comes from Ismail. Hey, what mirrorless do you recommend for under $900? It's going to be my first camera, and I'm going to use it for travel. If anyone can help me, I would be very grateful. Well, my man, some people would say that I'm a bit biased, but for under $900, I think it's going to be extremely hard for you or just about anybody else to compete right now, right this second, with the Sony a6000. You get some of the top-of-the-line features, including an extremely high burst rate, an extremely good video codec, a lot of wireless functionality, including NFC and Wi-Fi, and you're going to get it for far less than $900. You're going to get it for right around, if it's body only, you can get it right around $300 to $400. If you get it with the kit lens, you're maybe looking at about $5.5, maybe even up to $6, depending on where you buy it. But for my money, you get 24 megapixels. It is a very fast shooter. It's a very awesome camera, in my opinion, and you're not going to be able to go wrong with the Sony a6000. Next question is from Frankie V. He's commenting on my last video that involved the photo shoot. I'll have a link to that down in the description down below as well. He says, I heard you say that you were using the Sony a6000. Can you tell us what lens you were using? Thanks. Well, Frankie, I did in fact use a couple of different, I used a few different lenses. The first one I used was the 18-105G lens. I used that one mainly because it just gave me some options with the constant aperture. It was very easy for me to maintain the exact same lighting conditions without having to constantly adjust my flashes, and without having to adjust my footing, the images were going to be a lot more consistent. I also used the 50mm 1.8 on the crop sensor body. It effectively makes it about a 75 to 80mm, and that's an extremely good portrait focal length anyway. So the 50mm on a crop sensor body, it makes it, you know, roughly in the ballpark of an 85mm, which is perfect for portraits. So I used that one, and I also did a couple of shots with the Fuji 35mm CCTV lens, just because I really like the way it kind of flares out. It kind of blooms when it gets some light hitting back into the lens. It didn't really do anything for me. I didn't really see anything that I was overly joyed about with that particular lens on this particular shoot. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that I did in fact use the 55 to 210 a couple of times. I'm not 100% for sure. I'll have to double check that, but those were the three main ones that I used, was the 18-105, the 50-1.8, and the 35mm Fujion CCTV lens. JCTV Access asks, what conversion software do I need for AVCHD for importing files into Adobe Premiere? Any help is appreciated. To my knowledge, you don't need any conversion software whatsoever to get your AVCV HD footage into Adobe Premiere. It should in fact handle that particular codec natively. I could be wrong because I'm not an Adobe Premiere user, but to my knowledge, Adobe Premiere does in fact use most of the common Sony codecs perfectly fine. There's absolutely no reason why, in my mind, that it wouldn't use it. But if I am wrong, please leave a comment down below and help this guy out. Honestly, I'm just not willing to download Adobe Premiere to test it out and try it. But as far as I know, AVCHD is fully supported by Adobe Premiere Pro. Alright, so now on to some comments from some of my haters. Let's get started. Brian Min KC says, it's hair to take a guy serious that has holes in his earlobes. No, Brian, what's hard to take serious is your lack of grammar and spelling. That's karma for you. You come to my channel and you try to insult me, and you make a big old fat ass of yourself. Well played, sir. Well played. And just so you guys know, I'm still getting shit for the Nikon D5 and the D500 video that I posted a couple of weeks ago. And here's another comment on that one. Darren S. says, the best thing about this video was the Star Wars figures on the shelf. Well, Darren, I can't say that I disagree with you. I'm no looker, and those Nikon cameras aren't much to gawk at either. So we're in agreement. And last but not least, Mr. Able to Speak says, is there a better crop sensor camera than the D500? Well, Mr. Able to Speak, at least you can speak. The first guy, woo! Not for sure what the hell he was doing. But is there a better crop sensor body than the D500? It all depends on who the judge is. Me personally, it might be better weather sealed than some of the other crop sensor cameras, but what generally makes anything better to anybody? It's all based on opinion. It's all based on workflow. It's all based on what you like to do and how you like to do it. So for anyone to go, this is clearly the best, period, well, then you're just an asshole, because you're not leaving any room for anyone else to have an opinion. And in my opinion, it's just horseshit. So there you have it. There you go, guys. Another Q&A video down the drain. And also, please let me know how you felt about the Saramonic SRW-M4C wireless lavalier mic. Audio quality, was it good? Was it bad? You guys let me know. At any rate, thanks again for stopping here at the Photo Video Show. I'm your host, Mark Puckett, and I will see you guys again on the next one. Peace.